Today, from Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada, this is the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders taking on Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. The atmosphere here, electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Pittsburgh Steelers. And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. Here are the Steelers making their way out with their longtime starter, Ben Roethlisberger, leading the way.
We talk so often about his physical attributes. Of course, the Big Ben nickname, his ability to take hits in the pocket, his ability to extend plays and get outside of the pocket. But how about this for efficiency? Top 10 in career NFL passer rating, and he's one of the top 5 winningest quarterbacks in NFL history. That's pretty darn good.
Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Black 30. Mike, here we go. 44, Mike, 44. Black is there.
The first carry now for Benny Snell. And this is going to be a Steelers 1st down, as good running gets him to about the 44.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 44-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. First carry of the game for Jalen Samuels. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
I haven't met a defensive coordinator yet that thinks 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job. Hold him to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on first down. Trying to run for it with Snell. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, a new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That catch good for only a couple. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Now Roethlisberger to the right side to Eric Ebron. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. And it's a clinic that we're seeing put on here so far. 6 for 6 first drive of the game for him passing.
You know I'm a defensive guy, and while I'm admiring the heck out of what they're doing, throwing the ball around, all I keep thinking is this is where the quarterback has to go down. You've got to ruffle his timing, change things up, get some more pressure on him, because right now he's way too comfortable in throwing the ball downfield.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, he'll have to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it?
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now here's Snell. And a few little style points on the juke, but not much room to maneuver after that. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
This Raider defense not giving in. They'll try to hold once more on 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Benny Snell taking it in. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter. And they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now, flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive, maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. So that drive spans 13 plays, and it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Raiders set to go to work behind their veteran quarterback, and that's Derek Carr.
And one of the things that I think that Derek Carr has really improved in doing since college, his ability to stay in the pocket, things swirling around him, find the right guy, and deliver the ball with accuracy. Derek Carr has great touch when he throws the football.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
What's up? 53, Mike. It's our time.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Running from the shotgun with Drake. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. 2 carries for him now on the opening drive, both for good yardage.
And based on film study, they thought that there was a chance to spring him more than once for some pretty good yardage in this game.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Running is Jacobs. And shedding through the tackle. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They tried to get the edge there. No edge to be found.
Yeah, and when you're trying to set the edge, trying to control either the defensive end or the outside linebacker, if you don't, that allows the defense to string a play out all the way to the sideline. And you know what the sideline gives you as a defender? An extra guy. You go from playing with 11 to playing with 12, and it worked out well for the defense there.
Carr completes it. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Shotgun now for Carr. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders' first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First down Raiders, Carr to Waller.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Now, 53, check. 180. 180, we're good.
Throwing on first down is Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Check, 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 check. Check. 180, what's up? Check, 53, what's up?
To throw again. Carr back to Brown, this time complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Let's go right here now. Like 41.
Now Carr again. His throw caught at about the 5. And the Raiders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Here's Jacobs. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
53, the mic. What's up?
One more time with Jacobs. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Let's get it. Yeah, baby. Yeah. Monday, now. 180.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Roethlisberger got to get his guys to the line as quick as he can. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And the Raiders have got him.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Another try after the first down sack. Roethlisberger. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. A run for Snell. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. Couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
And he'll go underneath here to Drake. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, we're good.
From the gun, it's Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So after the sack, Carr in Las Vegas with a 3rd and long.
Hey, 4-1 Mike. Watch the run.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. On fourth down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. And taken right at the 35. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. But they are all even to this point. So to see if either side can pull away, let's get you right back out to Brandon and Charles for the start of the second half.
Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
Yeah, looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. They swallowed him up. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs, and he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a fourth down.
Partner, that's another short run there, and I think the easy thing is to look at them right now and say, let's get away from him entirely. Let's start throwing the football, but I don't think you ever entirely abandon the run. It helps set a tone for the game for you, keeps your offensive linemen feeling good about themselves, and it actually tamps down a defense's pressure because if you just throw it all the time, it's going to tee off with the pass rush.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll kick it away for the second time. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. On second down, it's Snell. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for third down.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Hey, Mike's 42.
Roethlisberger will throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
They'll go with Snell here on first down. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They go draw play. This is Samuels. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Solomon Thomas, they love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. The football comes out. Jacobs lost it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he'll find a little space. He gets this up near the 10. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Now Carr. He'll set up the screen to Drake. And they're going to get the first down here across the 15-yard line. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Ricky. 41's coming. 41's the mic. Let's put him on.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Carr. Man open, that's Henry Ruggs. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
What down? What ain't he?
Now a draw play with Drake. And not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. Delayed give there out of the gun. Defense was ready.
And I'm not a big fan of a draw play out of the shotgun formation because the quarterback's not having much action where he's getting away from the line of scrimmage. He's catching the football, making a little head fake, and then handing it off. You should be able to read it as they did there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
41's the mic.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 10. Now Carr. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Las Vegas. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at the 20. He'll drop to throw. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the play.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. A tie game in the fourth quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now it's Roethlisberger. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Johnson. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Another 1st down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
Wide 80. Check. Coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
They'll run with Snell. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. To throw here, Roethlisberger. He's going to float this one. It's caught at the 10. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Here's Roethlisberger. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Roethlisberger to throw. And he's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Trying to run for it with Snell. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Benny Snell, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers have taken the lead.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Jalen Richard now on the return. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So Carr and the Raiders now down 14-7. A minute 55 remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Drake. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Now! 180! 180, we're good! 280!
Back to throw. Carr got his man complete over the middle. It's Drake. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
That gets them the first down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
Clock running here, under 90 seconds to go.
Check 55.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. Well, throws like that, especially where we sit in the fourth quarter, he's got to be careful.
Yeah, and you know one of my faults is that I often view this game through a defensive back's eyes. And in this situation, your team's losing, it's late, tighter coverage, take a chance and go and try and step in front of one of those and make a big play. So if you're the quarterback, that should be in your head. This is their time to take a gamble.
They'll look to throw. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 15 yards on the play, first down.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building. First down now, but the clock continues to move. He's back to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Partner, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
First down now, but that clock rolling. Now Carr. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Back to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Drake. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Carr. And able to find John Brown. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Carr. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. One final try now for Carr. And oh, it's complete. What a catch at the 7. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal.
I can't believe they even let you play.
One final shot, they'll look to throw, and he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Foster Moreau finding the end zone on the game's final play. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up.
And the celebration is now just an extra point away from being full on. Think about those who may have left the stadium a little bit early thinking their guys might not get this done. Oh, it got done, and in a big way.
So a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field, set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Short gain there to start overtime.
Almost a tester play, wasn't it? Wanted to see if the guys on defense were going to fit the gaps the correct way because we're in overtime. So it's not just physical tiredness out there, right? Mentally, are you still doing what you're supposed to do? And they were up to the task on that play.
And certainly fatigue on both sides of the football. Staying on the ground with Samuels. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Definitely too early to panic, but that is his 4th carry of the game, and collectively hasn't totaled 10 yards. So maybe there's no panic, but maybe some concern?
Yeah, and maybe a little concern up front because they're not giving him any space right now. And they need 5 yards on 3rd down here to keep this opening drive of OT alive. First throw in overtime now for Roethlisberger. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And the ball is knocked out, and the Raiders pick it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And a costly, costly mistake. Coaches talk so much about ball security, and in overtime, so paramount.
Partner, do you ever wonder if maybe they talk about it too much?
Too much, yeah.
Doesn't seem like you can, but maybe by discussing it time and time again, and you know they overemphasized it here, that it almost became self-fulfilling.
And any points beat them here. Field goal or a touchdown now. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 38. Running to start the drive is Samuels. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. No gain, and it's 2nd down. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass. And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. To throw again is Roethlisberger. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's 4th. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And he got it. The kick is good. In overtime, he's able to split the uprights. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not
Either way.
Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Will 3 points be enough to do it? We'll soon know as we continue here in overtime. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustment? Oh, it's intercepted. That'll seal it. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Still catching our breaths from that electric finish. You get into overtime, that's one thing. It was a great 4 quarters. But then in OT, not only to win it, but to win it on a defensive score. Wow.
Oh, definitely. And I think from now on, we're going to definitely travel someone who can help us, because I thought I was going to pass out at the end. Not just getting to the overtime, but the plays in overtime that led to this one, and to finish it on a defensive touchdown, a takeaway that gets into the end zone. I'm not rooting for anyone, but boy, I love to see games finish that way.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long from Las Vegas.